Hello everybody. I wanted to share my new build that I've been playing a little bit. I have a lot of fun with it, so I wanted to get it out there. Maybe everybody else can enjoy it too. It's not a standard build. It doesn't use a bloodletter or a deathless. We're not going to be throwing nades very often at all. We will be doing a lot of damage and having a lot of fun. To get started with the items, there's two main things that are required, and it's not the items themselves, but the anointments that are on them. First, you're going to want to have on action skill and apply terror every 5 seconds, and that could be on either the nade or the shield. I'm using it on the nade because I need to use this shield. It's the only item I have at all that has the ammo regeneration, so I am forced to use this brawler ward, which is not ideal at all. You're going to want to have a recharger, a stopgap, a transformer, a Mendel's multivitamin. One of those. They're a lot tankier, and they're going to provide a lot more survivability for you. And the class mod, we go with a purple marksman. It has +1 redistribution, which is the most important part of it. It has +3 scorching RPMs. I would rather that be 4. Experimental munitions is just kind of a waste on there. I would rather have, for passes, I'd rather have a 24% mag size, but we don't got that, so I do use a set of butchers sometimes, so Hyperion is good. Flat off is good for the Lyuda, so nothing lost there really. And for the artifact, I'm using a snowdrift, which you can use whatever artifact you want. You need that 40% mag size if you want to use Lyudas. And if you're gonna go with Shreddifiers or Lucian's Calls or phasers work really good with this build. You don't necessarily need that. And also with these crits here, they have pretty good mag sizes, so it's not gonna be as necessary. But if you do want to use these Lyudas, it's gonna be required. Now, in order to have a full auto, hold it down all the time, Lyuda, that you never reload, you're going to need a base mag size of 20 at least. See this one that has 16? I can full auto it for quite a while, but it will start depleting ammo, even if we're hitting critical hits and everything. This one of 10, we're going to have to burst fire it in order to keep it going. And this particular one, I'm using it because of that anointment on it. It's really strong, so even though I'm burst firing it, it's still going to melt stuff. And I'm going to use this one just to show you that you don't necessarily need even a good Lyuda. This has a really low base damage. I'll show you that I have another non-anointed one that has actually more damage. I'm just not going to use it because I want to show you that you can do this with bad Lyudas too. I think I covered everything in there. Get into the skill tree. We start with bottomless mags. 5 out of 5 mat set. That's important, and that's part of the reason I always have 4 of the same. It'd be nice if I could match these, but I get this when I use the butchers, but other than that, I don't really use TDR, so that's not going to help at all. That's pretty important as well with the Lyudas to make sure we have enough mag size to keep our percentage ammo regen up. Cloud of lead, I took that basically just to move further into the tree. It does give us some incendiary damage and help relieve the ammo consumption, so that's good. We have 2 out of 1 redistribution, gives us 10% of our magazine regenerating when we get a critical hit. So I've been told that's actually 20% and it's just wrong on the card here, so it's pretty important for the build. We have Russian offensive. This adds to the fun factor and survivability, so you have mobility while you're shooting. If you have that snowdrift, you can actually slide around while you're shooting, and it's a blast. 5 out of 5 scorching RPMs. You don't want to go over 5 because then the fire rate is going to start outpacing your ammo regen. Now, if you're using the bigger mag things like Shreddifiers and whatnot, you could probably move points in order to put that bigger if you want. Over in Demolition Woman, we only take Grizzle just to keep Iron Bear available more often, and that's because we use them for survivability as well as proccing our terror. We don't need anything else here. This is the meat and potatoes of the build. This is what gives us most of our damage, and it also keeps us alive. This is a very standard skill right here. It's in pretty much every build I've ever seen. Armored Infantry. It's just going to give us a little bit of gun damage and reduce damage taken. This is another very standard skill, Blood Off Ingenuity. It's going to increase our max shield and give us shock resistance, which as Moze shield-based class, that is our biggest enemy. thin red line, 2 out of 3. We only take 2 in order to stay above Hell's Gate. If we took 3, that would put us at 40% health, and we would just get fight for your life every single time our shield broke. Definitely don't want that happening. 4 in Drowning in Brass, not that important, but it is a very good damage boost. I used it to move further down into the tree, but 16% times 3 stacks is quite significant. We don't care about losing that fire rate. We already have scorching RPMs to boost it, and we're using high fire rate guns in the first place. Full cannon whoop ass, staple of the build. Every time we enter Iron Bear, it makes our shield start recharging faster. It's pretty important, especially when you're using a crappy shield like me. This you can ignore. If you do happen to be lucky and have the extra point on your mod into Scorching RPMs, you can save that point and put it here for more damage. We go down to behind the Iron Curtain. That's just going to improve our shield more with the delay and the rate, especially important when you're using something crappy like the Brawler Ward. Desperate Measures, gun damage up to 50%. Since we take the thin red line, that's going to be really good, and it's going to be always on. Finalist Doctrine, the more we kill, the stronger we get. We get more damage, which is significant. No stack limit, so that can get pretty high if you're killing fast. Lasts for 30 seconds, and it's also going to keep increasing our shields. Force Feedback, another important part of our survival. When we get a critical hit, our shields begin recharging. That's part of what makes the build so fun, because you have to actually pay attention that you're aiming for crits, not only to keep your ammo regen up good enough, but also to keep yourself alive, so that makes it fun. Then we have Tenacious Defense, which gives us another significant damage boost whenever our shield breaks, and immediately gives us 40% of our shield back, 30-second cooldown on that. So let's get into the map. We have extra health, shield, and armor for our enemies, so they're going to be a little bit tougher. None of this stuff's really going to bother us at all. So I'm going to start off with the 10 mag one to show you all how you have to play it in order to not run out of ammo with it. Since, as I mentioned, you need a max size of 20 in order to have the true full auto unlimited ammo. Start off by entering Iron Bear, shocking something big to remove some shield off of them, and then get to work killing things. I already got cryo, which makes me sad. I hate cryo. Next! Oh no, I forgot I'm using the low mag one. See, I accidentally reloaded, so you see what I did was swap weapons. I'm just gonna wait a second for the regen to start, and then I'm gonna start using it again probably now. So that doesn't happen again. So with this one, as I mentioned, you have to first fire it, and it's a lot harder to keep up with, but it is doable. Especially since we have that anointment. Oh man, I keep messing that up. Oh, I see. We lost our terror. That's my bad. Not really paying as much attention to my gameplay since I'm trying to talk to y'all. Time for a scrap. Oh, that cryo, man. I really hate that shit. Look how fast we melted that knock. That was ridiculous. The 100% damage is crazy. Alright, I'm gonna switch now to a true full auto. Lyuda here, or true unlimited auto, full auto Lyuda here. Just start spraying some stuff. So as you can see, as long as I get a critical hit now and then, keep my terror up, we're gonna have no problems keeping our mag full, like completely full. Just spray everything down as we run up on full speed. Not gonna be an issue. Fly out of course, then we'll be slower. I don't even have full terror stacks right now, and it's still keeping up pretty well. I'm pretty sure I'm only at 2 stacks at the moment, and now it just wore off. Go on to the next section. I'll go ahead and switch to the 16 base mag one and show you how you can full auto for a while, but it will deplete the ammo as you go. So you do have to pay attention to your ammo count there as well. I missed that shot. Okay, it would be better to equip that shock arm twice. I just haven't got around to changing out. I forgot to do it. As you can see, it doesn't really matter which shocker I'm using. It doesn't matter if we have nerfs to it or whatever. We have incinerating nerfs. It's still melting these guys. But you can see that my ammo count is dropping. I'm getting low on my mag. And my terror is dropping off, that's why that's happening. So basically you just want to keep an eye on it and make sure you don't run out. Now see, this is why we use Quasar right there. Fuckers like him. Get something and block. It's going to show you his back. You're going to be able to kill him then. Not this guy. You want to focus knowledge. They're going to be probably your hardest targets because of where their spot is. Again, if you have issues getting through their armor, then just throw a Quasar or something at them. To show you the back, it'll make it easier. Although, as you can see, we can burn right through his active shield that he has. Most enemies, we just melted it anyways. It didn't even matter. He's hiding from. Alright, they're scared.
Here they come.
Lost my terror, so we're gonna hop on that of iron there again real quick. Get that back up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch to low damage, non-anointed Lyuda. We are shocked, so that does help us here in because everything here is shield based, so you know it is pretty low damage. It's sort of melting. And this one has that 22 mag size, so as you can see again, I'm just machine gun Lyuda here, no problem. Nothing stands a chance. I'm not even hardly getting attacked just because everything's running away and because I'm melting stuff. Before it can even attack me. I heard a heavy, but I don't see him. Oh, there it is. See, he doesn't even get to attack me. He's just getting staggered constantly. And this guy's just hiding. He runs away as soon as he sees us. Run, boy, run. Man, my aim is way off right now. Alright, next. That's one thing about Lyuda is the terror on them, the handling. I'm pretty sure the handling on this one is actually pretty bad. Yeah, 37%, so you can see it shaking around a lot. It's not too big of a deal. I'm just going to stay on this one until we get to the bridge area. A lot of nogs and heavies this time around. If you don't know with the heavies, you want to aim for that little light bulb thing on the back end. That's going to melt them really fast, and it's going to do like 50-something million damage when it blows up. It's going to kill the heavy and everything around it, basically. As long as you kill that tank that's on their back. Look at this, I'm gonna burn right through this knife shield that's on that guy, like it's not even there. Oh, I was shooting that corpse, I guess. Yeah, free terror. I'm bonus for the build at this moment for the next 4.5 weeks, I think. We don't have to worry about those terror skulls, they're actually our friends. Alright, I think I showed you every Lyuda. We are pretty much halfway through the map. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go through with our fire one right here. This section. Because it's pretty good against the ratchets and stuff. It's gonna be good for Chupacabra. Well, this is actually probably one of the best Lyudas to have in Alpinus and any other Molly-1 type mobbing area because they all have shields and red bars, so you're going to have your shock and your fire to deal with no matter what you're up against. The hardest part for me in this area is seeing these things. My eyes are not that great. I'm a little old. It's hard for me to
get
spot
good
those
or get
targets.
dead, scrub. Wait, I lost count.
Aiming down sights helps deal with the handling
Thank you.
that we have on the Rages. Just get your shots on target. If you're good at hip firing and just sprint around hip firing, it'll be just fine for you. When I did the Cistern of Slaughter, went right through that real easy, and I did hit fire pretty much the whole way through that. I did use Slaughterstar 3000 with it, or yeah, that's what it's called, right? Slaughterstar 3000. It also, whoops, I messed up there. Attention to my ammo count. So we just did a quick swap in order to turn ourselves from reloading and losing our perk there. I guess we'll just stay on this cryo one for now. I'm gonna skip these flying guys, they're annoying. And because I'm skipping those, these two guys aren't going to spawn, but it's not really important to show killing them, so go on to this next section. Through this real quick. I'll show you why I like the Quasar. You throw in a spawn like that, and just start tossing shit around. It's so fun to do that. Nog killing this guy? Do we care? Nope. We don't. Go ahead and get our shields built back up here with Iron Bear. Also refresh our terror. As you can see, my shields are recharging really fast, even though I have a crappy brawler ward with like 1600 recharges on it. Oh man, the cryo from this Halloween
Let's get it over with.
is really getting on my nerves lately. Oh, there's a red chest over there if you don't know. Also one right over there. I don't really care about them right now. And we are halfway through the map, so once I get over the bridge I will be switching to the hills and showing you how fun those are. I'm going to show you something cool here that a lot of people don't know. See how I just ran right away from that slam? Well, I have a hotkey that does that, and it cancels the slam animation, so if you time it right when you hit the ground, it won't even slow you down at all. I kind of mistimed that one a little bit. Alright, go ahead and switch to some crits. Oh, yeah, we got a critical damage one. It's not that great, but it helps a little bit. Go with Incinerary. We're getting nerfed on radiation, so we already have the Incinerary one where we're getting nerfed. Let's go with Cryo here. And we'll put the boss one on. It's actually not the best one to kill Trant with, but it's gonna, we'll just do it anyways. Oh, what did I do? Oh, my icon. I don't know what happens. The icons turn into weird shit though. Anyways, this is on a short time one, so I don't prefer these ones that are on a short time. They kind of suck, but definitely prefer the ones that have 2 nags and can never reload. It's always on buff for you. Look at this though. You can full auto these. You never have to let go of that trigger if you don't want to. Just run around and spray lasers everywhere. Try to get those critical hits. Kill shit fast. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that one. I'm going to switch off a bit to a different one. Incinerary. I don't know if you noticed, but I have like 10 different crits in my inventory. I spent a long time donating Moxie, getting those. And that is how you do that. If you don't know, you donate 1,000 to Moxie over and over and over, and she will send you crits and hails in the mail. A crit is a very, very strong weapon that boosts critical hit damage a lot, but
better luck
its
next life.
downside is that when you reload it, it could accidentally fall out of your hands. But we just ignore that downside and we get only the upside, since we are Moze. We are superior to everybody. Oh, I got a really weak spawn here, and that's kind of a bummer. I wanted to kill more things. Let's go to the next crit, I guess. The last section here. Get our terror up. We know we're not going to take damage or anything here, so we don't need to save Iron Bear. Hello? What's up with the spawns? I don't remember which... is this an Incinerary one? I don't remember which anointed this third gun. Oh, almost
dead meat.
took more damage than I expected to there. Mostly because I was missing my shots, and these guys have better projectiles as well, so... This gun is so fun. Look how fast it shoots. Look at all those bullets. It's a little hard to control, I guess, but that's part of what makes it fun. Oh, this is a cryo. That's even close, guys. If you hit your shots better than I do, you're gonna be melting things real fast. I've been up a long time, so my aim is a bit off. Alright, we're switching to the boss damage one. We're just gonna summon Iron Bear right away. Totally miss our shot. That would have took about 15k off the shield, I guess. Start melting into him. See, if we hit the crits, we'll start staggering and stuff. And he won't be able to attack us very much at all. As long as we're landing just a good spot. Doesn't have a fireball, so I'm just going to take a step forward here and it's just going to go right behind me. It'll probably be better if we switch to a different element here, but I don't really care. I'm just going to lay into him. As I mentioned, this is not the best weapon, and the boss damage is not as good as, say, shock with extra shock. That melts him a lot quicker. There you have it. Tron is dead. It's very hard. I did take some damage, but I just hopped an Iron Bear and relieved that. If you don't know, there's 2 chests in this hallway here. Don't skip those. Hey, give me more legendaries than Tron does, and I got to turn it back. Well, that's it. So, I do want to mention that you can use any weapon you want with this build, and it's going to be fun. I like to use a Jacob set, especially with this monocle. You can pretty much, with that increased crit damage, I can run around and basically one-hit everything in this map with it. And I got a Hellwalker down there somewhere that goes along with it. I also have a Muck-a-Buck, and in my bank I have a lot more. And we also have Shred of Fire. This is one of my favorite guns, a Shred of Fire, and also, I don't see where it is, but we have a phaser we use as well. And Lucian's Calls. You can use any weapon you want, really. That's about it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the build.